So Linkross is a new card out of Eternity Code that I haven't really messed around too much. And a couple of weeks ago, you guys might remember I made a video talking about extra deck options post Eternity Code, and I didn't mention this card, kind of forgot about it, and nobody really else seemed to bring it up. However, this is actually a really cool card, especially in Mermail. So what this card does is you summon it using any Link 2 or higher monster, and then you summon tokens equal to the Link rating of the monster that you use to summon it. So for example, if you lose a Link 2, you summon 2 level 1 tokens. The tokens cannot be linked the turn they are summoned. However, Linkross can be linked the turn it's summoned, and the tokens that you summoned, you could link next turn on your opponent's turn for, say, if you use IP Masquerade and stuff like that. So there's actually a lot of really cool interactions with this card. It reminds me a little bit of the Mecha Phantom Beast Ordon in terms of what it does, like generating tokens and stuff. Although it is a little bit different, it is technically weaker because it doesn't get you as far as Ordon, but it doesn't require as much commitment, and it does come up in more different lines of play, where Ordon, you have to be more committed to the Ordon. So what I want to show you guys is I want to show you some 1-card combos that involve this. 1 to 1.5 card combos. It's going to be Diva plus Extender, Diva plus discard, or whatever with this card. However, you do have to run other extra cards. You do have to run the Martial Metal Marcher, which is a really weird name for a card. All this is level 3 Synchro Tuner. When you summon it, you special summon a tuner from your graveyard, so that's kind of nice. And then also Herald of the Arclight. Now, a lot of Mermail decks are playing this already, so it's not really too much of an extra addition. I personally, my build that I'm testing right now, by the way, I should have an updated Mermail build in a couple of weeks, probably a week or two. I actually cut the whole hand loop stuff. So I cut the Desert Locust, I cut the Trishula, and I cut the Cyframe Lord Omega, and I'm playing these just because I feel like they're come up a lot more, and I feel like the hand loop stuff isn't as good. And so, like, there's so many matchups where the hand looping isn't that good that's not even worth playing cards committed to it right now, in my opinion. Maybe they'll change in the future. But anyway, so Linkross, let's go over some 1 to 1.5 card combos. Of course, these combos aren't going to be super explosive. They're just 1-card combos, just examples of what the Linkross really can facilitate, and if you have other extenders in your hand, other cards in your hand, what it can do. And it can also be a really nice extender if you have other general boards. So first off, Deep Sea Diva. I mean, obviously one of the best 1-card combos in Mermail. So just Deep Sea Diva, how far can we get with the only card in our hand using Linkross? So we're going to summon Deep Sea Diva. Apologize for the glare, but not much I can do about that, unfortunately. We're going to use the effect to bring out our Neptibus. We're going to use the effect of Neptibus to send Dragoons, to add Dragoons, and then Dragoons is going to add a copy of Deep Sea Minstrel. Now, I've seen some people not playing Minstrel or just cutting Minstrel because it is true that Mermail does have an easier time playing against Nibiru now because of Master Rule 5 and being able to summon Toad early. But if you're not able to summon Toad, this is really your best play to play around Nibiru. Also, it is another way to trigger Dragoons, which I think is really valuable. I'm personally playing 2 right now because for some of the comps I actually need to, like you'll see in a second. But I don't think you really need 3. Even just 1 is honestly good, just because you can search it really easily. Anyway, you can use the effect of Minstrel to rip a card of your opponent's hand temporarily, and then you're going to discard the Dragoons, and Dragoon's effect is also going to activate. Get yourself Lapis Dragon, which will special summon itself. Now from here, we're going to link away the Lapis Dragon, and we're going to link away the Neptibus, and we're going to go into our hand dandy Halki Firebrax. One thing I had to realize about Mermail, by the way, is when this card inevitably gets banned, we're going to have a really hard time playing Mermail. So we're going to summon Halki Firebrax, and we're going to use the effect, and we're going to summon out our Fishboard. You could summon the Jet Synchron if you play it. That'll just require you to have another card in your hand to discard, so be wary of that. And then from here, let's go over here too, man. We're not having a good day today. From here, we're going to link away the Halki Firebrax, and we're going to summon out Linkross. Now, Linkross's effect is going to activate, and we're going to get our 2 level 1 tokens that cannot be used as link material this turn. From here, we're going to Synchro 3 using one of the tokens that's level 1, and the Deep Sea Diva, which is level 2, into the Metal Martial, this guy, whatever it's called. And we're going to use its effect, and we're actually going to bring back the Deep Sea Minstrel. So Minstrel is going to come up in this combo, which is kind of funny. And we're going to summon it here, and then we're going to link the level 1 token again, and the level 3 Minstrel. The effect's negated, by the way, so we're not going to use the effect of Minstrel to mill 3 or whatever. And we're going to summon out our Herald of the Arclight to be a negate and to be a pseudo macro Cosmos. Then from here, we have 3 materials. So we have a few options here. We could just go straight into IP using the Fishboard in the Metal Martial, whatever. And then next turn, go to Unicorn if we have a card in our hand. But let's say we have literally no cards in hand. For whatever reason, we started with 1 card and it was Deep Sea Diva and didn't get stopped. What we can do is we can link the Fishboard into a copy of Linkrevo here. You could also play pretty much any other Link 1 that you can summon off of Fishboard being special summoned. You could summon the Relinquished Link or whatever it's called. Anyway, Fishboard sent to grave. We only have waters in our grave, of course, because we're playing Mermail. We can use the effect to summon itself back, but banishment when it leaves the field, and then we're going to link away the Fishboard, the Linkrevo, the Metal Marsher, and the Linkross, which can be used as Link for, this isn't really Deco Talker, this is Appaloosa, a 4 negate Appaloosa. So from that one Diva, we technically get 5 negates. I'm not really too enthusiastic calling this a 1 card 5 negate, because when 4 of your negates are on an Appaloosa, it's just a lot weaker. I feel like when you have a multiple negate board and most of your negates are just on 1 card, it's inherently worse. It is nice that it's a 4 negate Appaloosa. Usually with this deck you make 3 negate Appaloosas, so you're a bit bigger, but it is kind of cool. So now for a 2-card combo, let's say our hand is Deep Sea Diva plus any 1 extender. Now this M board isn't really much stronger than just having Diva alone. However, it is a little bit safer to go for. It's a little bit harder for your opponent to stop, and you have a little bit more protection because you add on a Link Revo. Now, for the extender, it does work with literally any extender, but I do think that the best extender to use is going to be Shark Stickers, which we showed in a video a few days ago. Shark Stickers is a really cool card. It's an extender that it allows you to special spell summon it whenever you summon a sea serpent, fish, or aqua monsters, normal or special summon, which is pretty cool. And it's not once per turn, so you can keep summoning it. So I don't have one with me, pretend this 10 to use the Shark Stickers for now. It's also level 3. But the main application is because it allows you to essentially make it so your opponent can't Ash Blossom the Diva, because you're going to normal summon the Diva, use the effective stickers to summon itself, and then your opponent can't respond to the Diva with the Ash, because the last thing the chain link is going to be the Shark Stickers. Anyway, we're going to summon the Diva, we're going to special the stickers, Diva's effects going to activate, and we're going to get ourselves a copy of Neptibus. We're going to use the effect of Neptibus, we're going to send Dragoons, add Minstrel for our deck to our hand. Then we're going to link the extender and the Deep Sea, or not the Diva. We're going to link the extender. What am I saying? We're going to use these first, the Minstrel and the Dragoons, getting way ahead of myself here, to summon out our Lapis Dragon. Now we're going to link the Lapis Dragon because we need a tuner, of course. And we're going to link the extender. You could link something else, but just to make it a bit easier, we're going to link the extender. And we're going to go into Halki Fibrax. Halki Fibrax effects and activate. Now you have a few options here which you could summon, but we're going to summon the Fishborg. Now, again, depending on your hand, depending on what else you have, there are situations where you can summon Minstrel, because Minstrel can allow you to essentially use less monsters to go into your level 4 Synchro. However, for this particular combo, this 1.5 card combo, it's better to go for Fishborg right now. But again, if you're doing test hands at home with your Linkross and trying stuff out, and you have Diva plus other cards, definitely try summoning out Deep Sea Diva or summoning out your Deep Sea Minstrel. Transversely, if you play Ash Blossom, you could summon out Ash Blossom here, which is kind of funny. But that would just mess up with your water count a little bit. Anyway, so we're going to summon this from the Halki Fibrax, and then we're going to link the Halki Fibrax, and we're going to summon out our Star of the Show, Linkross. Linkross is going to get us our 2 level 1 tokens, and then from here what we're going to do is we're going to go for a Synchro of 3 using one of the tokens and the Deep Sea Diva. That's going to be a level 3 Metal Marcher. Metal Marcher is going to activate, and he is going to summon out our Deep Sea Minstrel because it's another level 3. And we need a level 3 basically. Actually, you don't really need a level 3 here. You could go for something else and then synchro with the Marcher, but it's just easier to go for the Minstrel here. We're going to synchro the Minstrel and the extra level 1 token. And we're going to bring out our Herald of the Arclight. And then from here, we have 4 monsters. But we did not use Fishborg's effect yet. So we can actually link the Fishborg into Link Revo. And then if you look at our graveyard, we only have waters. So we can just bring back the Fishborg, and then we have 4 monsters again. So Fishborg gets banished for the Link summon, Linkross goes to grave, Metal Marcher goes to grave, and Neptibus goes to grave, and we summon a Link 4 Appaloosa with 4 negates. So technically this is a little bit better, it's a little bit safer, because it makes your opponent harder to Ash, assuming you have the Shark Stickers. Transversely, if you have any other extender, you know, having Diva plus extender and your Diva gets Ashed, you're allowed to go a little bit farther than if you have just Diva and Diva gets Ashed, if that makes sense. And we have a little bit of battle protection for our 4 negate Appaloosa because we contribute the Link Revo. Obviously, one of the downsides of Appaloosa is your opponent just banned to get an attack over it. It's going to be a little bit harder since we have a Link Revo here. Now, also, one thing I want to mention really quickly is when you summon back the Deep Sea Minstrel off of the Marcher, Marcher's effect negates Minstrel's effect, so unfortunately we can't do some cool plays with Minstrel Milling 3. If you could, that would just be so cool. But this is slightly better. It's not much better, but it's definitely a lot safer if you have Shark Stickers. So now let's say we have Neptibus plus Extender. So what we're going to do is we're going to summon our Extender, maybe a Tenyi Spirit in this case, and we're going to normal summon Neptibus. We're going to use Neptibus' effect to send Dragoons, to add Minstrel, of course. If we had another water in hand, we could actually add Megalo here, and then summon the Megalo, add Minstrel, and then if we have another water, use Minstrel's effect, and that way we just extend farther and potentially have another spell negate if you play the Abyss Scale, and also be able to synchro into a level 8, but we're not going to show that because This is just the 1.5 card combos that we're showing. If you want to see more in-depth combos with Linkross, by the way, let me know. And I can definitely do more post-egg code combos. I don't really like doing standard Mermail combos that much, just because I feel like so many channels just do it. Usually one person uploads it, somebody else sees it, they upload the same combo. That's kind of why I tend to do like the more weird combos, because you don't see them all over the place. Anyway, I digress. So reuse Minstrel's effect again, of course, ripping the potential Nibiru. All these plays play around Nibiru, by the way. Some of them are better against Ashe than others. Obviously, this play is better against Ashe because they're less likely to Ashe Tempest than they are to Ashe Diva. So keep that in mind. Gonna get the Lapis Dragon, which will special summon itself, of course. Now we're gonna link our Extender and our Lapis Dragon. Now keep in mind again, if depending on the Extender, you could technically leave it and link the Neptipus when else is in your hand. You might be able to make a better synchro play, depending on which play Extract and stuff like that. But just to make this as simple as possible, and this is going to be any extender. By the way, this could be any extender, not any water extender. In this case, the water extender. It could be just a Confid, it could be anything. So when we summon the Halki Firebrax, we're actually going to get Deep Sea Diva this time. There are some players where you can get Minstrel, of course, depending on which else you have in your hand, but for this play, we'll get Diva. That's another reason why I like playing Linkross, is it makes Halki Firebrax more versatile because you can get other cards besides just going for the same level 1 tuners. Anyway, so we're going to link the Halki Firebrax here, and we're going to summon our Linkross. Linkross is going to get us our 2 level 1 tokens, of course, and then here we're going to synchro the Deep Sea Diva and the level 1 token to summon out a Metal Marcher, whatever, using the effect of Metal Marcher. And technically you could bring back Diva, but I'm going to just bring back the Minstrel because it just gives an extra body on board. And we're going to synchro the Minstrel, and we're going to synchro the Neptipus or the token. It doesn't matter. And we're going to summon Herald of the Arc Light. Now, this is a little bit more awkward because we have this card, which we can't link. I guess technically it would have been better to just do this, so we leave the Neptipus on board, and then we could link these two into a copy of IP Masquerena if you play it, or you can go into a Link 3 here if you play some random Link 3. Obviously, this would be a bit better if we had another extender because you can go into Napaloosa. There's really no way we can go to another Napaloosa. Obviously, this isn't the strongest board, but since there's just one Neptipus with an extender, it's actually pretty far. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to just a pure one-card combo, I would say that Mecha Fanabeast Auradon is better because off of a Deep Sea Diva, it does get you farther. However, the issue with Auradon is it requires you to play more bricks, it requires a little bit more of a commitment, and a lot of the times when you're going for the Auradon play, you're going for the Auradon play. There's really not much variation because you're locked out of being able to link summon, and you're forced to essentially go to Jet Synchron as opposed to Fishborg and go for the standard Christian Halki Firebrax Mecha Fanabeast play, which is something along the lines of like Herald the Arclight, Borlo Savage Dragon, and usually one other negate. I forget what the other one was. Well, this one, sure, it is a little bit less because you have the one Appaloosa with 4 negates, which it's just one Appaloosa, but still. And you have the Herald the Arclight, but you don't have to play any bricks. So let me know in the comments down what you think about Linkross. If there's any other combos that I'm missing, if these can be made better or worse. Are you personally about playing it or not? Still have to do some more testing. You'll see my updated deck profile in probably a week or two whenever my final cards come in the mail because I ordered some cards a few days ago. Either way, I'm rambling. Leave a like if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all next time, and bye-bye.